Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to MindYourCrypto. Luna Classic and the most important target throughout the history of Luna Classic. No, I'm just kidding, but it is very hard to say that this is not an important target. The one that I will show you in the next few minutes. Thank you for watching. Let's go right now to see what Luna Classic is going to do. Eventually, we closed above again this line right here, and I told you that if we close above this line, we will revisit the line of the 0.302719, and if we closed above this line again, we would go to the 0.3028. But we found rejection into the 0.302719, and right now we had a very huge risk. You can see the RSI went above the 70. Sometimes, as we talked about, the risk metrics are not always important. Okay, for example, an altcoin could go to the above 70s around here, and then it could drop down, and then it could go further higher to the 88. Okay, but for an altcoin which is in a bearish momentum like Luna Classic, you can see that over the previous days, for example, we haven't seen any huge pump except around here, but over the last few days we are just going down and down, right? Eventually, though, we want to see what can we do, what are the next support levels, what are the next resistances, and of course, which is the most important resistance level out of everything for Luna Classic for the time being. Okay, so what we are going to do, it is simply we are going to draw a Fibonacci retracement from the bottom to the top right here, and of course I'm going to draw another Fibonacci retracement. This time, okay, I'm going to go back all the way here, and we are going to draw it from this top to this bottom. You can see we go to the weekly scale, okay, and we draw it from this bottom, from this top, sorry, up to this bottom. We have a very huge resistance level towards the 0.302554. Now, what we need to do for Luna Classic, it is to close above this line. Luna Classic can have, as we talked about sometimes in the previous videos, could be having a bullish pennant. But I do not want to be that guy that will tell you, oh, this is a bullish pennant, we are going to go all the way up higher right now and Luna Classic is going to bump. No, at the end of the day, I have some other important resistance levels that I'm going to show you about. Okay, I'm going to draw the fib from the top to the bottom as we talked about before, and this time what we want to do, it is simply to close above in the weekly frame above the 0.236, the 0.3025653. Now this is one of the most, if not the most important target out of everything. If we close above this line right here, then we can go all the way up towards the next price targets. I will draw another fib as well, this time from this top to this bottom. Okay, you can see that for now we are having something good. We are holding as a support line the 0.30896. However, if we can close below even this line in the weekly scale, that means in 2 days from now, then be sure that Luna Classic is very bearish. Okay, it is very bearish. If we close below the 0.3023896, it will be crazily bearish. But the good part here is that we are finding this as a support level for the time being. Okay, and this is a good sign, because if we find it again as support level in the weekly scale, it is quite possible that we can go to the 0.3028 again, 28.4 around there. Anyway, let's go back to our Fibonacci retracement, and actually I will draw another tool that will help us out with some nice resistance levels, the trend-based Fibonacci extension. Now you can see along with the trend-based Fibonacci we have two distinct lows and one high right here. We have the 0.3026 as a resistance level and the 0.3028.3. Now we get rejected from the first one. If we drop down from the 0.3023 that we talked about before, it is very bad. Closing below this line will mean that this is literally going to destroy Luna Classic, which it will go back down to retest the 0.3020. Okay, if we close below in the weekly scale, below the 0.3023.4, then we are going to go all the way down. For the time being, expect a little bit more correction towards the 20-day and the 50-day MA, which is near the 0.3023.57 for the short term, I mean. Okay, expect a little bit more correction for the Luna Classic. I think that we are going to go down to have the 0.30s 23 maybe around there as a support line. We are going to go to these targets, and of course please keep in mind that we are not bullish yet in the weekly scale. However, we have some good news if we can close above this line, the 0.30s 23.5, but if we do it around here, for example, let's go back to the fib. Okay, if we can close above the 0.30s 25.6, this would be perfect. This would mean that Luna Classic is going to go all the way up higher to the 0.30s 30s. So many price targets right there, I know, but things are slightly confusing. For the time being, for the daily frame, we had a little bit of a high risk with the commodity channel index, not with the RSI. However, in a bearish cycle, in a bearish market, most of the altcoins tend to follow the commodity channel index and not the RSI, and they tend to get lower whenever the commodity channel index goes in an overbought and not the RSI. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and do not forget to join our monthly subscription, Patreon/MindYourCrypto. Bye.